Says Matt's going to be running just round to the back of the beach there, but keep a close eye on where Matt's going because he's going to be opening up a door. And we're going to be joined by one sea lion to start with. This is Zana. Zana is 10 years old, so she's one of 7 of our Californian sea lions here at Blackpool Zoo. And today Zana's going to be making a very, very grand entrance into the pool. So you're going to see her heading all the way to the top of the waterfall. Now we've got a very important job for everybody here today. As soon as our sea lion Zana makes it to the edge of that waterfall, could you join me in giving her a nice big wave? Hello? She'll give you a big wave back. And then enter that pool with a 3-metre dive. Now I did mention we're going to be joined by a couple more of our sea lions today. It's not just Zana, so Matt's going to be running down to the back. And shortly we're going to be joined by 2 more sea lions alongside Zana. But if you would like to see all 7 of our Californian sea lions swimming around in the pool, we join us a little bit after the demonstration time. They should all be there together. But keep your eyes onto the back of the beach over there. Could you show me able to see Ruby and Lolita? Now Ruby is 13 years old. Lolita is one of the youngest sea lions here at Blackpool Zoo. She's only 8 years old. And it's going to be these 3 sea lions joining us for the demonstration today. Ruby, Zana and Lolita. They're going to be making their way up onto the beach in front of us over here. Really close to where we can see them. We'll make some quick introductions so you know which one is which throughout the demo today. And then we will get started. So here they come. Matt's making his way around. We have been joined first onto the beach by Zana in the middle there, and on the far side that is Lolita. On this rock, that is Ruby. Let's give them another big wave. Now here at Blackpool Zoo, we always like to start off our sea lion demonstrations by correcting a little bit of a mistake. And that is our sea lions getting mixed up with seals. Now we hear this far too often, so what me and Matt are going to have to do is help you point out the main differences between a seal and a sea lion. So difference number 1 can actually be quite small and quite hard to spot. But if you look closely to that little flap of skin Matt's pointing out on the side of Lolita's head there, that is a sea lion's ear. So just like us, sea lions have their ears on the outside of their head. It's very similar to our own earlobe. In comparison, so you know the difference, a seal would have a small hole or a small slit covered by fur. So that is difference number 1. Difference number 2 though is a bit bigger, and you may have already spotted it on Ruby here on the rock, but it is actually the size of our sea lion's front flippers. Now you can see here on Ruby, Zana and Lolita, our Californian sea lion's front flippers are about the size of a forearm. So that's fingertips down to our elbows. But in comparison, seals have much smaller front flippers, only about the size of a hand. Matt's shown you there for size comparison with 5 claws at the end of it, like we have our 5 own fingers. The difference number 3 between a sea lion and a seal, it does lead us on very nicely, and that's the way our sea lions would use their front flippers to move themselves around on the land. Because they are a bit different in shape and size, it means they move a little bit differently. So Ruby can demonstrate here, she can walk, she can even run along the beach. Now watch, as Ruby's making her way along the land, she's keeping her upper body off the ground, moving very easily there, very agile as well for our sea lions, and they're able to keep their way up on the beach the whole time there. You can see just how easily Ruby can move along the land. Now Ruby has been very helpful there demonstrating how a sea lion will move, but Ruby, could you demonstrate how a seal would move so we know the difference? And as you can see there, seals, they move quite a bit differently. They don't have their big front flippers, so instead they'd be pushing themselves along just like so. Very different from a Californian sea lion and very, very easy to tell the 2 apart. Now when Ruby does make her way back up onto the rock today, could we give her a nice big round of applause? And hopefully in the future, you'll never get a sea lion and a seal mixed up again. So just remember the ears, remember the front flippers, and remember how they move around on the land. But out there in the wild, sea lions are of course hunters, they are predators, they do hunt for a variety of different fish. And here at Blackpool Zoo, to help engage these hunting behaviours, we use a variety of enrichment devices. One of these being some blue rubber hoops. Now you can see our trainer Matt, he has got these hoops here, and what he's going to do with them is he's going to throw each of them to Lolita. Now watch this. Lolita can catch these hoops, thanks to her forward-facing eyes and her binocular vision. But look at this for this last one. Matt's going to put a spin on it. If she can catch it, I think we should give her a nice big round of applause today. Fantastic work, Lolita. But obviously we all know sea lions don't hunt for their fish on the land. They be doing it in the water. water, and to make this a little bit more engaging, not only mentally but also physically, we're going to demonstrate exactly how this behaviour works in the pool. So that means Matt is going to grab these swoops. He's going to be joined by one of the sea lions who's going to be heading into the water instead this time.